to Where Are They Now? We reach into the archives of Lenape, Shawnee, Cherokee, and Seneca High Schools and invite selected alumni to share memories and fill us in on their career paths after commencement. Since Lenape's first graduating class in 1961, Shawnee's in 1972, Cherokee's in 1978, and Seneca's in 2005, over 65,000 individuals have received diplomas from these four schools. Here now is your host, DJ Deeney.
Hello and welcome to Where Are They Now? Today we will be reconnecting with an alumni from Cherokee's class of 1998, Adrienne Booth-Carr. Adrienne is the Associate Athletic Director and Head Women's Lacrosse Coach at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Adrienne lives in Annandale, New Jersey. Welcome to the show, Adrienne.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for being here. Let's take you back to high school, Cherokee, 1998, late 90s. Totally different time than now. What were some of the memories you have from high school?
Oh, I have a lot of great memories from Cherokee High School. I had a great time while I was there and met some great people and great friends that I even have today. But a lot of the best memories I have were with the field hockey and lacrosse teams.
Yeah, I have here, and you talked about some of the special times that you remembered were obviously athletic related, lacrosse and field hockey, and some of the people that you were very involved with were Carol Birnbaum and Sharon Tanucci as coaches. You want to talk a little bit about them?
Absolutely. They were huge influences in my life. Both Coach Tanucci and Coach Birnbaum, I still refer back to a lot of things that they taught me during my time at Cherokee today as a coach. And they had huge impacts on my life while I was at Cherokee that last all the way till today.
Okay, now some of the memories from high school, you had a lot of activities that you did. You were in the class office. You were the treasurer for your senior class, I believe, as well, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, now as far as your senior year, you won the volleyball tournament. I know that's a big deal at Cherokee.
It was huge.
And also, you were a Heartthrob nominee your junior year for the Valentine's Day dance. Do you remember that, or did we find that one? I guess you don't remember that one.
Nice. I had forgotten about that one.
All right, we'll put you on the spot a little bit, I guess. So when you were in high school, did you have any idea the pursuit that you wanted to take as far as your future plans, or was that kind of decided after you left high school?
Well, athletics had always been a huge part of my life. Growing up in my family, athletics was something that our parents instilled in us just as much as academics. So I knew that it was always a big part of my life. And then going on to continue my athletic career in college, and I didn't know that I was going to make a full career out of it, but I knew that it was very important to me. So it was a very easy transition from it, and Cherokee made it easy for me to go from athletics in high school to athletics in college, and then on to a career in athletics.
So you end up at Rutgers.
Yes.
Tell me about how that went. Was that where you always intended on going? You applied first choice, and that's where you ended up, or how did that go down?
No, I was pretty undecided my senior year. I took a lot of visits to a lot of different schools, and I just felt very comfortable at Rutgers. My sister had attended Rutgers, was attending Rutgers. She was a senior when I was a freshman. So that made it more comfortable for me. And also I decided that I really wanted my family, and especially my family, to be able to come see these sporting events that I participated in. So that was a big decision on why I attended Rutgers.
So it was one of those situations that it's just far enough away to be away at school, and close enough that if you had to be home for something or had to do some laundry, you could be home.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that close for enough to shoot home for some laundry, but it was definitely close enough for my parents to come up on Saturdays to see my games. So that was really nice.
All right, so take me through the college experience a little bit. What were you able to achieve there athletically, and how was your whole experience at college?
Sure. I was a member of both the field hockey and lacrosse teams, and I had a great time. We were successful in the Big East back when Rutgers was in the Big East in both sides of both sports. And I was an all Big East player in field hockey and a team captain in field hockey, and also made an impact on the lacrosse team. So I had a really good time.
Now, and you got your BA from Rutgers, and then you immediately move on to Fairleigh Dickinson to pursue your master's?
I did. Well, I took 5 years at Rutgers. I played both sports, so I lightened my coursework throughout my time. And my 5th year, I did not have any eligibility left, so I decided to coach a local high school team. So I was the North Brunswick High School JV lacrosse coach, and I had been working camps and clinics through Rutgers while I was at Rutgers. Then my 5th year, I coached that JV lacrosse team, and after that I applied to be the head lacrosse coach, assistant field hockey coach here at Fairleigh Dickinson, and I was hired.
Yeah, it seems like going through the website, doing research on your particular position, that that seems to be a logical progression for a lot of the coaches there, like either volunteer coaches, JV programs, or varsity programs in high school. Is that something you see a lot of coming up through the FDU?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people get their starts in the high school athletic world, and then they decide that they want to move on to coaching full time, and coaching at a college gives them that opportunity.
Now, tell me a little bit about how you got to where you are right now from college. Take me through that process.
Sure. Like I said, I was very lucky in that FDU gave me an opportunity straight out of college to be a head lacrosse coach and assistant field hockey coach. So I was very, very blessed to have that opportunity. And it was a long time ago now, but I think I made the most of it. I worked my way up through the ranks here at Fairleigh Dickinson, and now I'm associate athletic director and also director of compliance. So I handle all of the NCAA compliance for this campus.
Okay. Now, talk more about the compliance position and what exactly goes into your day-to-day activities.
Sure. It's my responsibility to make sure that all the athletes on campus are eligible and that we are running our programs in accordance with the NCAA, bylaws.
Okay. Now, is that something that I guess every school has one of those? Both campuses have one for your school?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if every school has a person dedicated just to that, but every school is responsible for complying with the NCAA bylaws. So whether it's their athletic director or their associate athletic directors that are in charge of it, it's somebody on campus is responsible for it.
So for our viewers that aren't aware of this, we were talking off air. Fairleigh Dickinson actually has 2 campuses with 2 athletic programs. So there's a Division I and a Division III. You want to explain that a little bit? I wasn't aware of that.
Sure. Fairleigh Dickinson is pretty unique in that it has a campus in Teaneck, New Jersey, which is a Division I campus, Teaneck Hackensack, and our campus here in Madison, New Jersey, and which is a Division III campus. We also have campuses in Roxton, England, and Vancouver, Canada, but those campuses do not have athletic departments. But our athletic department, it's strictly ours, so it's not like you can attend the Teaneck campus and compete for Madison. It's just we're under the same umbrella, but our own campus.
Okay, so basically, there's someone that has the same position that you do at the Division I campus and throughout the whole chain of command.
Correct.
I understand. Okay, now you obviously became head women's coach, but going through your bio on the website, it's not just like you've just been coaching. You've had quite a bit of accomplishments since taking over. You want to talk a little bit about that success?
Sure. We've had some great athletes come through our program at Fairleigh Dickinson. We've had 3 conference titles. We've had NCAA appearance and many, many appearances in our conference championships and conference championship finals. So we have a very competitive and strong program that we're super proud of, and there's a lot that goes into it as far as assistant coaches helping and support from our administrative staff and that sort of thing.
All right, so obviously you have two parts to your, well, you obviously have a lot of parts to your job, but the two main titles that you hold, they're very different. Is that something that you like kind of enjoy, or is it hard adjusting from one to the other, saying, now I'm a coach, now I'm, business oriented, now I have to go yell at students because they're not following the correct rules, or got to go give bad news? How does that
Yeah.
work? How's that dynamic work?
Well, a lot of people in Division III wear multiple hats because our athletic departments are smaller, and so you really try to make the best of your resources that we have here. So a lot of our staff members wear multiple hats, and so it is interesting to go from that coach role to the administrator role, but I really do enjoy it. I really do.
Does it make it specifically difficult for the sport that you coach with that issue, if those type of issues come up, or sort of like a conflict of interest type of thing?
No, no, I think that we have great staff members here that are uh, are very responsible in making sure that their athletes are compliant with the NCAA bylaws and rules. So, if anything, it just helps me nip it in the bud sooner.
Okay. Now, obviously, working at FDU, a lot of great success coaching, but you continue to stay active and stay involved with the sport. Do you do any other volunteering on the side with the sport?
Yeah, very closely with a town up here, Randolph Youth Department and Recreational Department. So I still like to get out there and coach the little guys sometimes. I also run a club team, which is called Mars Storm, which allows high school and middle school athletes to compete throughout the summer at various tournaments, and it's very rewarding.
Okay. Now, taking it now to your current life outside of work. Tell me a little bit about your family. How you're married?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you meet your husband?
I met my husband through another Cherokee alum, and down in Atlantic City.
Okay, so you're married to Michael Carr.
Correct.
That's his name. And he
Yeah.
is a vice principal?
He's a vice principal at Hunterdon Central Regional High School in Flemington.
Okay. Do you have any children?
We do. We have a 2-year-old, Amelia, and we are expecting our second.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So family size is continuing to grow. And you
Yeah.
noted that you have an 11-year-old lab.
I do. Buckley. He's a trooper. He's the best.
And you come from a family that, like you said, was very involved in athletics. You have 2 brothers and a sister, and I believe your brother's at Cherokee now?
Yes, he's the math teacher and the head wrestling coach at Cherokee High School.
Your brother Mike, and your sister Natalie, class of '95 from Cherokee. She was inducted recently into the Cherokee Athletic Hall of Fame, and I think someone else in your family might be in that as well, right?
Yes, I had the honor of being inducted in 2008, and Natalie was just inducted for her gymnastics career.
So we have the Booth family very involved in athletics, and now very involved in education as well, because you, of course, are involved in education, your brother
Yes.
involved at Cherokee, and your mom also an educator, correct?
Yes, my mother is a retired 5th grade teacher at Evans Elementary School right in Marlton.
It's unbelievable. I mean, it seems to come full circle with education. It always does. So going back to high school and some of those memories, you mentioned Ms. Tanucci and Ms. Birnbaum. Any other teachers in the classroom that you remember having a dramatic effect on your life?
Sure. Mr. Bangs was a social studies teacher. I believe he's retired now, but he made a big impact on me both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. He used to volunteer and do the book for our field hockey team. And he was just such a great influence on all of us as high school students. And also, I just remember his kindness and also how much he gave back to the school.
Okay, great. Any advice? I mean, obviously, when you're looking where you are now, it's a lot different viewpoint than when you were in high school. There's a few things probably now that you didn't realize would be the way they are. Is there any advice to current high school students that maybe they didn't realize it now, but they'll realize it once it's over? That kind of advice?
Sure. I would just say enjoy it. Enjoy it. It goes by so fast, and it really is such a great, fun time for you to be around your family and friends and take advantage of what the school has to offer, because it's such a wonderful district. And sometimes you don't realize the wonderful opportunities that the district offers you while you're in school. So I would just urge the current students to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to them and enjoy.
Well said. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today.
Sure.
And thank you for joining us at home. We've been
Okay.
talking to Cherokee alum Adrienne Booth-Carr. She's the Associate Athletic Director and Women's Head Lacrosse Coach at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Where Are They Now? Make sure you join us next time for another alumni interview.